Well, we had a load of lovely comments to the start of Season 5, and obviously everyone seems to be pretty impressed with the transfer window and the way the team's playing. Wait until you see this. Serie A title is coming, baby. It's coming. Because, viewers, oh my word, are we in good form. We are still unbeaten, and within that time we've also played league leaders Napoli, and we beat them 2-1 away in a very, very good performance, with Chimiti and Juranovic now becoming the kind of first two choices. Kwame's been brilliant for me, but Chimiti has changed the game, guys. He's changed everything. We are scoring for fun. We scored 5 against Spezia, 4 against Sampdoria. We were 2-1 down to Empoli with only a minute to go, and Chimiti turned up and got a one. Actually, no, it's Trincao, sorry. Turned up and got a last-minute equaliser, and that has kept on the good form. Europa League version, well, Europa League 2 version, we have already qualified, so I do not need to worry about that, which means I can play the backup brigade in that, even though I have been already. Today is an important day, though, because if we can still be unbeaten against Roma and Milan, apart from Atalanta, that means we've really played all the big boys. This form has left us in second position in the league with a game in hand on leaders Napoli, and their only defeat came against us. We are the only unbeaten team in the league. Watch that go today. I can promise you it will. Because, unfortunately, we've had 2 really key injuries as well, which kind of like makes the last few results even more impressive. But Castrovilli is injured for a prolonged period of time, although he is on his way back. But he's going to be out for another probably 2 weeks or so, I think, before he's fully fit. The bigger problem now is that my defensive midfielder, Lucas Torreira, is injured for 3 to 4 weeks. It literally happened before I came on camera. I'm not particularly pleased by it, and you can tell now I'm struggling a little bit with the team lineup. My bench is nowhere near full. I'm really struggling. I'm going to have to bring up some of the reserves and some of the youngsters into this team. But for the time being, this is what we're going to go with today then, as we go to Roma in what is quite a big game. So Muller's in goal. He's played brilliant. You can tell they're playing at 7.06 as an average rating. It's good that they fixed that on the goalkeepers this year. I like that a lot. Fares is at left back. Then you've got Basia, Vuskovic and Yaseda as the rest of the back four. Then you've got Ranch in the middle, Mangala and McKendy. Mangala obviously coming in for Castrovilli. McKendy has moved into that advanced playmaker role. Trincao is in the second striker role with Chimiti and Juranovic up front. You can tell the green line already. They've only played with each other for like 6-7 games. It was already there after 3. They are brilliant together. Makes you wonder what I could have had at Sporting, doesn't it? Do you recognise me without my glasses? Oh my god, I look weird. I don't recognise me without my glasses. Right, okay, so Roma, I've got a decent team. Divock Origi played really well for them last year. And they've got Isco, still got Ziyech. They've got some very decent players. Right, so kicking off in Rome. Can we get ourselves another big 3 points, or at least avoid defeat? If I can keep being unbeaten, I'd be delighted, but this is one of the trickier fixtures. I fancy us to beat Milan at home. I won't lie. I fancy us to do okay in that. It's this game that I'm worried about, although Fares has done really well there, and he plays a great ball into Chimiti. Is he going to shoot? Chimiti, it's 1-0. Use of Chimiti, 13th goal of the season. I like the kind of changed update they've had here. Now it gives you like the assist straight underneath it. It's a slightly different like graphic, but I really like it. Brilliant from Fares here. Great ball down the line. Chimiti, I mean, he's just so damn good. I mean, what a finish that is. This kid could be anything he wants to be. He's seriously, seriously good. Inter are taking the lead in their game as well. It's really nice at the moment being able to kind of swap it around. One thing I will say is that if we have any more injuries, though, I am really going to struggle, especially in that kind of like midfield region. Obviously, 2 of my best players are Torreira and Castrovilli, so to be without them is really, really disappointing, especially for like the kind of length of time. It's basically like a month without 2 of my best players, which is really, really disappointing. But this is why I've invested in the squad. This is what I've kind of been building towards. I've been trying to make sure that we have a decent squad and that we're not going to suffer too much from injuries, but I can't help but feel it's going to play a part at some point. As Zappa, don't foul him. I mean, oof, my word. If that had gone in, I wouldn't have been very happy. Let's put it that way. It was a bit of pinball in the box there. But ultimately, we get away with it. We're still 1-0 up. Very, very even game. We've just taken our chance. That's the important thing. One thing I've definitely done is fill this team with pace and just difficult players to get off the ball. The front 2 are so good, though. Juranovic into Chimiti. Please make it 2. Chimiti. Oh, he should have scored that, really. He really should have scored that. We go 2-0 up. I'd say it's nearly game over. I guess I'm happy with the performance. I know we can play better, but ultimately, you just have to sometimes respect that the team that you're playing is pretty good, and that they are going to have a lot of the ball, especially when you're away from home. That's how I'm feeling right now. The important thing is that we're kind of holding tight at the back. Basila and Vuskovic having a pretty decent game, touchwood, so far. Hopefully, they can continue that. We've actually turned it on in the second half. We've had a lot more in the way of shots. We started fighting back a little bit possession. I'm pretty content with the way that this is going right now, although the two midfielders, they're always tired, the two midfielders, no matter what happens. There's a lot of players apparently that are sort of suffering from fatigue, but why is Vuskovic taking a corner? I don't understand that. Why is my centre-back taking a corner? I mean, he's picked out Juranovic like nobody's business. He is also, this year, I will add, been incredible, Juranovic. He's been so damn good. I'm going to take off McKendy again. Not been particularly that good today, so Esteban's going to come on in that advanced playmaker role. See how he gets on. I mean, he'll be tenacious, but he probably won't do too much. And this looks promising as Aim gets on the ball there. This has got to be a good pass. It is. Chamiti! It's 2-0, but he's offside. Oh, I needed that. I needed the second goal, really. I'm still nervous. I mean, how close? Yeah, he's miles off. Absolutely miles off. Easiest decision the ref's going to make in a long time. Parma are drawing with it Inter as well, which is great news for me. Inter have got off to an absolute stinker, which makes me think if they continue to be terrible this year, next year, will they need a new manager? I'd have a bigger platform to do well, although it depends on how we go with Fiorentina, because at the moment nobody can stop us. We are second, only 1 point behind Napoli, 25 points from 11 games, 8 points dropped. That ain't bad. I mean, look how many players I got tired here. Juranovic, McKendy, Ranch, apparently all jaded and could do with the rest. I mean, we're not even that far into the season. It's ridiculous. Fortunately, though, and this is bad planning on my part, but we do have a 14-day break. So, I mean, that's something. That'll be 2 weeks away, so I'll probably see you there. Atalanta won their game. That's important for them. You can tell here, though, it's kind of closing up a little bit. Juve are still in the shout. They're still my tip to win the league. But at the moment, we're still unbeaten. I'll see you in 2 weeks when we play Milan. Love future planning, Mike. Great future planning. You're joking. My goalkeeper's out for 3 weeks. This injury crisis is just getting worse. I've lost one of my backup centre-backs, my goalkeeper, Torreira. Apparently now my left-back. I mean, it just could not get any more nonsense than this. Just a couple of days before Milan as well. Are you kidding me? Well, we've got a big game against Milan now, but it feels like I've got half a squad because Muller's injured. So who am I going to bring in? We're going to go with the same team then. Yeah, I have to. I haven't really got much of a choice. Actually, I'm going to take McKendy off and I'm going to bring Aim on. He's going to play as the advanced playmaker role because McKendy is just always tired and he's not played particularly that well, to be fair, so far. I don't know how we're going to make it through this period, but if we come out of it still unbeaten, how much will that go for your confidence, considering we're missing like 3 of our best and most important players? How good would that be if we can get through this without Muller, without Castrovilli, and without Lucas Torreira? I mean, if we can get through that without losing, insane. But I mean, it's good to see that Milan have come out to play some football. I mean, did you see that Victor Lindelof has scored? With the goal, would Muller have saved this? Yes. What is this defence? What's this formation? You're playing away from 5-2-2-1. Are you kidding me? Ranch is playing well, but the rest of the team's having an absolute shocker. I mean, they've literally come to ruin the game. They've had one shot. Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened since they scored. I'm throwing the water bowl. It's coming out. I'm not happy. It's been a while since I've had to do it, but things need to change. Well, this is what I'm doing. To counteract their nonsense formation where they're basically not trying to play football, I'm going to get the ball nice and wide. This is what we're doing. We go wide, spread it out wide, get the ball out there. And what we're going to do now is we are going to try and just coax them out. We're going to coax them out. We're going to bombard them in, push them back in. Couple of changes made. I've changed the shape. Let's see how it works. Stop trying to get through the middle because they've packed that out. We need to stretch the pitch out, get it wide, get the ball out wide to Trincao and out to Kouame and see what happens. I mean, we've already had 2 shots, which is more than we had in the entirety of the first half. Even a goal here will do. Just 1 goal, come away with a draw. Don't care. That is absolutely fine. It's not happening though at the moment. I'm going to take off Mangala. Castrovilli's coming on. And this is even better. Castrovilli's going to go and sit in there. We're going to my absolute classic 3-2-3-2 formation. get Castrovilli on that attacking midfielder and actually swap him with Ames so Castrovilli can come from deeper because he's better when he's dictating stuff in the middle of the pitch. Let's see if we can get him a bit more involved. It would be good for him to get a little bit of a run out as well, I think. You can tell now. I mean, look at the XG now. Look at how many shots we're having now. We're literally peppering their goal. We just can't quite break through. And I'm going to be so livid if they get a counter-attack goal. If this is the second highlight and they score, I'm going to be fuming. Well, and Yaseda, who's dropped into that central defensive role really well. Now, Vuskovic on the ball. Come on, boys. Make these chances count. I say chances, we've not had any highlights. This is literally the second highlight of the game. It's Castrovilli. It's not a great ball. Chakanoglu hits it long, but fortunately it falls back to Vuskovic. Right, come on, mate. Ranch, Castrovilli, get involved, mate. You're the man I need on the ball. Jovanovic, back post. Kouame's missed an absolute golden opportunity. Let's just lay siege to the goal. I mean, it's pathetic from Milan. Let's not pretend it's not. You know, it's absolutely pathetic. Oh, you're joking. We've hit the post. I thought it was just a substitution highlight, but he's actually physically hit the post there. Should have buried that. Should have scored that. That's a sitter. I mean, the highlights continued here. Is something actually going to come of this? Ranch into aim. Aim. Ball over top. Chimiti. I can't believe it. He's had an absolute mare today, Chimiti. He's played at a 6.2. So obviously I know where all the chances have fallen to. Make it a 6.1. I've got no other forwards to bring on for him. I cannot believe it. I mean, I won't sit here and pretend that we've not been sort of scumbagged, for lack of a better phrase. But we have, you know, we've been scumbagged by injuries. And a piss-poor formation. I was going to say I can't fault them. We did second half, we were brilliant. First half, terrible. But second half... And that puts Napoli 4 points ahead and sucks us back into the top 4 race. Milan now are only 4 points behind that. I cannot believe that, though. We've done so well. I'm just feeling a little bit cheated, if I'm honest with you. But, okay. So, in terms of where we come back, I'm going to come back for... Let's come back for... Not New Year. Let's come back just for the end of December. And we can analyse where we are and what we might need in the team. And if anyone can be sold. I do need to bolster the squad. I think this is just proven. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, the injury list is pretty ridiculous. But... At the same time, you know, we should really be doing a little bit better than we did in that Milan game. I trust my guys to break them down. So what we'll do is we'll come back for the games against Parma and Verona because we haven't seen either of them. And hopefully we'll still be in the race. Maybe. But thank you so much for watching this episode of Matching Mourinho. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do drop a like on the video. Make sure that you do share and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Have I been a little bit shafted by injuries in this episode? Let me know what you think. Take care of yourselves, everyone. See you tomorrow.